Suddenly, people weren't arguing only about conspiracy theories anymore. The discussion shifted into something far more emotional. Now the internet was debating grief itself, how widows are supposed to behave publicly, how women get judged online after tragedy, and whether social media had crossed a dangerous moral line. Then came another major twist. Some online creators began linking Erica's beauty pageant background, modeling connections, professional ambitions, and political networking into a much larger narrative. They argued that Charlie's public ideals and his private relationship may have been fundamentally incompatible from the start. That contradiction quickly became the emotional force driving the entire controversy. For years, Charlie openly promoted traditional family values, modesty, early marriage, and skepticism toward career-focused lifestyles. Meanwhile, critics pointed out that Erica reportedly had advanced education, leadership ambitions, professional goals, media experience, and a history in pageants. The internet became obsessed with that contrast. One side argued people marry outside their exact preferences all the time. The other side insisted the contradiction completely changed how the relationship should be viewed. That argument spread across every platform almost instantly. Then the controversy entered even darker territory. Social media became flooded with comments mentioning handlers, engineered relationships, and hidden political motives. Some conspiracy-focused users even started tying political elites, networking circles, beauty pageants, and alleged Epstein-adjacent theories into huge speculative narratives. Publicly, there's still no verified evidence supporting any of those broader claims. But emotionally, the internet became consumed by them anyway. Once people convince themselves there's hidden manipulation behind a relationship, every tiny detail suddenly starts looking significant. Then came the wedding ring moment. And honestly, this may have become the most emotionally charged part of the entire controversy. Online commentators fixated on claims that Charlie allegedly removed his wedding ring before a public appearance shortly before his death. That rumor spread incredibly fast because conspiracy communities immediately interpreted it symbolically: distance, conflict, emotional tension, or even some kind of hidden message. Again, no confirmed public explanation exists surrounding the claim. But for audiences already deep inside the conspiracy rabbit hole, the symbolism alone was enough to keep the theories growing. Then another shift happened online. People stopped treating the situation like a relationship controversy entirely. Suddenly, it felt more like a psychological thriller unfolding across social media in real time. New theories appeared every hour. Videos endlessly connected random details. Creators framed ordinary moments as hidden clues. And according to viewers still obsessively analyzing the resurfaced footage, many believe the wedding video doesn't simply reveal nervousness or awkwardness. They believe it hints at a relationship that may have looked completely different behind closed doors than what the public ever saw. After the wedding footage resurfaced, the story surrounding Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk stopped feeling like ordinary internet gossip. It started resembling a full conspiracy documentary playing out publicly online. And honestly, that's when the internet completely spiraled, because people weren't just questioning the relationship anymore. They started questioning everything connected to it: the timing, the introductions, the networking circles, the public image management, even the way Erica allegedly carried herself while Charlie was alive. Online, every detail became evidence. Then came another major escalation. Several creators posted side-by-side clips comparing Charlie's speeches about traditional women with Erica's reported background: beauty pageants, television appearances, advanced education, executive leadership ambitions, independent career goals, and professional visibility. That contrast exploded online because conspiracy-focused audiences argued Erica represented almost the exact opposite of the type of wife Charlie publicly claimed to value. For some longtime followers, that contradiction felt emotionally devastating because they viewed Charlie's marriage as proof of the principles he promoted publicly for years. Then another shocking development hit social media. Accounts allegedly connected to Charlie's sister continued fueling speculation surrounding the relationship timeline and resurfaced wedding footage. Publicly, none of those claims have been verified. But emotionally, the internet treated them like insider testimony. And once audiences believe family members may secretly disapprove of a relationship, the entire psychological framing changes. Suddenly, viewers reinterpret smiles, silence, awkward pauses, and completely normal wedding behavior as hidden signs of tension. That's exactly what happened here. Then the handler theories exploded even further. And honestly, this is where the situation fully crossed into internet rabbit hole territory. Comment sections filled with claims suggesting Erica may have been strategically introduced into Charlie's world through powerful political and networking circles. Again, no verified evidence publicly supports those allegations. But emotionally, the theories spread incredibly fast because the internet is deeply drawn to stories involving hidden agendas, elite influence, psychological manipulation, and engineered relationships, especially when politics becomes involved. Then the Tyler Boyer narrative intensified once again. Online creators stopped framing him as merely a mutual connection and instead portrayed him as a key figure who may have shaped Charlie's perception of Erica before they officially became close. That theory fascinated audiences because psychologically, people are naturally drawn toward the idea that relationships can be subtly influenced through social pressure, status, competition, ego, and emotional framing. That's also why the "she was out of his league" comment spread so aggressively online. Many viewers interpreted it as part of a larger psychological setup rather than an ordinary observation. Then another major twist surfaced. The internet became completely obsessed. The airport story resurfaced. Ironically, what once sounded romantic became one of the most viral parts of the controversy. Years earlier, Erica had allegedly shared a story about nearly crossing paths with Charlie before they officially met. At the time, audiences viewed it as a sweet coincidence. But once controversy erupted, conspiracy communities started reinterpreting the story in a far darker way. That's one reason the situation spread so aggressively online. The internet has a habit of revisiting old stories after scandals begin. Coincidences suddenly look suspicious. Timing becomes evidence. Emotional memories get reframed as proof. That's exactly what happened here. Then the controversy reached its most emotional stage. People began comparing Erica's public appearance and behavior before and after Charlie's death. And honestly, that's where the entire conversation became deeply personal online. Some viewers argued that Erica's appearance changed noticeably afterward. They pointed to differences in her fashion choices, makeup, energy, styling, and overall public image. Those observations spread across social media incredibly fast, especially among conspiracy-focused creators who claimed her earlier persona had been carefully performed. Others strongly rejected those theories, calling them cruel, misogynistic, and emotionally manipulative. The debate quickly turned ugly because the conversation stopped being only about Charlie. It became about grief, identity, public pressure, and the way women are scrutinized online after losing a spouse in the public eye. Then another major twist exploded across social media. Several accounts allegedly tied to Charlie's sister began circulating stories implying there may have been private family tensions surrounding the relationship. Publicly, none of those claims have been verified. But emotionally, the internet treated them like shocking insider revelations. That's what pushed the situation further out of control. Once audiences start believing family members secretly disapproved of a relationship, suddenly every old clip feels suspicious. Every facial expression becomes evidence. Every pause or silence starts looking meaningful. Soon the conspiracy theories grew even larger. Some creators online started connecting political circles, modeling ties, beauty pageants, networking relationships, and elite social environments into massive speculative narratives explaining Erica's entrance into Charlie's world. Again, there's been no verified evidence publicly proving those broader theories, but the emotional tone online became increasingly dark, especially once phrases like handlers, strategic placement, and engineered relationships started spreading heavily across platforms. That's when the story stopped feeling like ordinary family gossip and started turning into full conspiracy documentary territory. Then attention returned to the emotional center of the entire controversy, the wedding footage itself. Because whether the theories are true or false, viewers became fixated on one question above everything else. Did Charlie actually look happy? That single question dominated nearly every discussion online. According to people analyzing the footage frame by frame, they believe the answer may reveal much more than anyone originally expected once the clips resurfaced publicly. The moment the wedding footage spread online again, social media transformed it into a full-scale investigation. And honestly, people stopped watching Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk like an ordinary married couple. They started watching them like a mystery waiting to be solved. That's what made the situation spiral so aggressively. Within hours, TikTok creators slowed clips down frame by frame. YouTube channels uploaded body language breakdowns, and Twitter threads analyzed eye movement while commentators claimed Charlie appeared emotionally uncomfortable during certain moments of the ceremony. Some viewers said it looked like normal wedding nerves. Others insisted the tension seemed much deeper than anxiety. That divide immediately created chaos online. Then came another major escalation. Several accounts reportedly connected to Charlie's sister started spreading claims suggesting Charlie may have privately struggled with pressure surrounding the relationship before marriage. Publicly, those accusations remain completely unverified, but emotionally, the internet treated them like hidden truth. Once that happened, everything intensified quickly. Viewers stopped focusing only on Charlie's expressions and began re-examining Erica's background, personality shifts, ambitions, public image, and even the timeline of how the relationship first began. That's when the rabbit hole truly exploded online. Then the Tyler Boyer connection resurfaced again. Social media became obsessed with the possibility that Charlie's introduction to Erica had been strongly influenced by political and social networking circles behind the scenes. Publicly, there's nothing unusual about mutual connections introducing people. But conspiracy-focused audiences reframed it completely differently. Suddenly, people started claiming Charlie had been strategically matched with Erica and that the relationship itself may have been intentionally encouraged. That emotional narrative changed everything because once audiences become invested in conspiracy theories, even ordinary relationship details start appearing suspicious. Then the airport story returned to the spotlight once again. And honestly, this part fascinated the internet more than almost anything else. According to Erica's earlier public retelling, she once allegedly saw Charlie at an airport years before they officially met. Originally, people viewed the story as romantic, one of those strange, fate-bringing two people together moments. But after the wedding footage controversy exploded, social media completely reinterpreted it. Now conspiracy communities argue the story sounded overly cinematic, too perfectly constructed, or possibly orchestrated. That's another classic internet pattern. Once suspicion enters the conversation, even completely normal coincidences stop feeling normal to people already emotionally invested in the theory. Then another massive wave of controversy hit online. People started placing Erica's public image before and